This is the assembly video for the 8-foot obelisk with the crisscross design. So when you get your box, the best thing to do is take all the pieces out and put them into their component sizes. That's best done by looking at the length or looking at the stickers and colors that are on the end. So you're going to have pieces that have red, yellow, and blue. So it is best that you take those pieces. For instance, that has a yellow sticker, that has a yellow sticker. So you start sorting all your pieces into component sizes. So these are rails that have yellow dowels, so they can go as a separate pile. Blue. And red. So it might look a little overwhelming at first, but once everything is sorted, it goes relatively easily. These are the large cross rails with the red dowel. That's the bottom piece. So for the crisscross obelisk, now you should have 8 of the cross pieces, so 8 with the red dowel, or sorry, the red sticker or the red dot, 8 with the yellow sticker, and 8 with the blue sticker. And that is the order of size, so it goes red, yellow, and blue. So same with the cross rails, red, yellow, and blue. And there'll be the 4 top rails that don't have a color, just the black dowel. So the first thing to do is to assemble the posts. So the posts are color coded. The first thing you're going to do with that is look at your post. So for instance, this one has an orange sticker, and that's the short piece with the aluminum bracket on it. So now you're looking for the matching piece on the long post. And there we go. So there's the orange sticker, orange sticker. So all you're doing with this, you align it, you push it together, and then you hit it down on a relatively solid surface, and that will push the 2 pieces together. So you're going to do that with the 4 posts. So blue to blue, align, push together, and give it a tap down. The bottom of the post is the shorter piece. So this one, green to green. The colors you may have may differ, but the concept is the same. Red and red. Align, push together, and then tap down. Once they're tapped together, you're going to take your screw packet one of the packets will either be marked bracket hardware or will have a number such as number 1. And those are the screws, these are the stainless steel screws that are going to fasten the posts together. In that packet should be also a bit that matches for the screw. So this is a square head bit, matches with the screw. If the bit is not in the first packet, it will likely be in the second packet. So this stage is best done with a drill bit and a drill. So most drills, cordless drills, are good. You can do it also with a multi-bit screwdriver. The bit should fit into the slot at the top, but it definitely goes easier with the drill. So all you're doing now is taking your screws and putting them in through the existing pre-drilled holes on the brackets. Pieces should be relatively snug. They don't have to be perfectly tight, but they should be snug together. If you have a large gap, you won't see the pre-drilled screw hole, and that means they need to be tighter. Alright, so now you got your 4 posts fully assembled to the full length. Okay, they're good and solid. So now what we're going to do, we're going to assemble one of the sides. So basically all you're going to do, you're going to take 2 of the posts, put the white dowels up, and then what you want to do is make sure that whatever 2 posts you take, that the black dowels face each other. And then we're just going to remove one set to make some space. Okay, so one side assembly. So what you're going to do, you're going to take the largest rail, which will have a red dowel, and a couple of them also have a white sticker. That's the piece you want, because that's the piece we're going to start with. So largest rail, white sticker, red dowel, and all you're going to do is push that on. Alright? Then you're going to take the yellow rail, put it beside the next set of dowels, the blue rail, beside that, and then the top one. Now all the other pieces you can move out of the way to give yourself space. It's best to work on a flat, relatively stable surface. Now for the cross pieces, so what you want is 2 of each. So you want 2 with the red sticker, 2 with the yellow sticker, and 2 with the blue sticker. All the other pieces will be for the next set. So all you're going to do at this point pick your cross pieces. You're going to line the red sticker to the red dowel on both. This may be easier with 2 people in some cases. Okay? Now all you're going to do is now take the second rail that has the yellow dowel. The color of the dowel is always facing up. So now the black dowel will go into the other end of the cross piece that you just put together. Alright, that can float a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfectly together. sorry, yellow. See? Yellow to yellow. Yellow to yellow. Cross. Push it on. This can also be done on the flat. So if you're finding these pieces are shifting too much, this first step can be done on the flat. Okay, same idea. Don't worry too much right now that the second rail is not pushed into the dowel. Just make sure that the bottom rail is. So now we're going to put the third rail on. That's with the blue. So black dowels down, push them into the cross piece. Now we're going to take the blue crisscross pieces. So blue to blue. Push it on. Now the final top rail, and that you're going to push on. So here, all you're going to do now, you want to align the dowels to the holes on all the rails. So like I say, a bit of space is always useful. So here we go. Bottom one's in. I recommend you push in the top one first. All right, and then shift and align the other ones and squeeze it towards you. Okay, once they're in about halfway or a little more, the piece is relatively stable, and all you need to do now is give some good hits. You can use a hammer for this. And that will set the pieces relatively flush and tight, the rails to the post. And you're going to take your second post, white dowel, to the white sticker. And here, just tap that in, and basically the same procedure. You can do it on the flat. Find the pieces are shifting too much. Top. There we go, that's aligned and in. You might have to shift it back and forth a bit. You can be pretty aggressive. And all the pieces align. In they go. You now have one assembled side. Put that to the side. So we'll get that back to that one after. So now we're going to do a second side. So second side, same procedure. Bottom rail, white dowel. Or white sticker to the white dowel. Red dowel up, push on. Red crisscross. Push on. Blue cross piece. Sorry, yellow. Yellow. Push on. Don't worry that it doesn't align right away with the dowel. Yellow. And blue. piece. Pushing the top piece, bottom piece is already pushed in. Now all you're going to do with these now, you can push them in. There again, you might have to shift a little bit to align it, but it should be relatively close. Okay. This step you might want two people, someone just to ensure that these don't twist and fall down. Okay, so now I'm going to put the other side post on, white dowel, white sticker. You can also do it in order, sometimes that works, but this may require more shifting at the end. But this one aligned well, in it goes. Got your second side. We got two sides. So now we're going to assemble the two sides together. So basically it's the same procedure. All you're doing now, you're going to do both sides at the same time. So this is the tricky step within this. Red to red. Yellow. You can let that sit on the inside. Don't put it on the dowel right away because you need some flexibility in order to put it all together properly right at the end. Yellow. Blue. So remember, the color always faces up. We recommend when you assemble, you do it on a piece of cardboard or some cloth or blanket or something like that, just to prevent marking. Now the top one. Okay, now here, this one, you can put line the top. Don't worry that this is kind of bowed. This is where you might want a second person to hold it in place. Push down. All you're going to do now is kind of subtly lift it. And then tap it down. Don't try to do them in order. It just creates too much tension on the piece. So now we're going to do the other side. I'm just going to shift around to the other side. It's easier when it's right in front of you. Red to red. Yellow facing up. So order is always red, yellow, and blue. Yellow. Blue. You notice how it's on the inside of the dowels on that post. top piece, top rail. So same procedure as I just did on the other side. Align your holes. You might have to tap it down a bit, tap it on. Here it's bent, not a big deal. Pull it towards you, over the dowels, gently. They twist a bit, strain them at that point. Okay, so now we have 3 sides basically assembled. Now we're going to put on the final side to create a completed obelisk. So here all you're doing, lay it on top, start on the top or bottom. I believe it's easier to start from the top. Okay, tap it in, align your second one, put it in a little bit, not all the way, because you want some flexibility. For instance here, now that seems tight, all you're doing is tapping this forward. One other side connected. We're going to do the same procedure on the other side. Okay, top. Align, align, align. Needs a bit of tapping. So here we go. So now the piece is all assembled. It's a bit delicate at this point. It shouldn't fall apart. You can move it quite easily. Okay, you might want 2 people with that. And what you want to do now is set it up straight on a flat surface. And now we're going to put on the top. So for this, you may need a ladder. So I actually forgot my ladder, so I'm going to go get it. So we're going to pause the video for a second.